Hey guys, as you can see, I'm having a mental breakdown as to, I'm running out of ideas to what to do on my YouTube channel. So, I thought I should do what any other YouTuber does, and that is to steal other ideas instead of coming up with their own. So, basically, today I am doing a Pizza Hut mukbang. Yay! Except I won't be as bourgeois as Trisha Paytas. Paytas. It's a confusing name. It won't be like a 10,000 calorie, like $800 order from like Postmates. It'll be a $29, 600 calorie Pizza Hut delivered by some guy that I didn't even know. Who didn't even tell me his name. Anyways, so basically, if you don't know how a mukbang goes, basically a YouTuber sits here, eats, and it's basically like a unedited version of them just talking, but instead they're eating and sitting, and sometimes they cry. Which, A, I'm hoping I don't do to not embarrass myself, and B, I'm hoping I do for the views. Because your boy broke. Anyways, so I guess I should tell you what I got. So from Pizza Hut, I got a large stuffed cheese pizza with pepperoni and meatballs. I got this really cool, I don't know what this was, but it was like $5 for like 4 different drinks. So I was like, oh my god, it's a sampler platter. And then I got a like a pasta, and also had breadsticks with it. I don't know what it was. I just ordered it, and it was cool. And the order came out to be $29.58, but I gave him a $11 tip, and $11 tip. So, to say I'm not generous, I'm basically Jesus. So I guess we should open up the boxes and see what we got. I haven't looked in here yet, so it could either suck, or it could either win. Oh frick, I can't open the box. I can see my fat arm. Oh my god. Ah! A side note here, food is proven to make people happy, and skinny people don't eat food. And I'm already depressed as it is. And if skinny people are sadder than fat people, then skinny people are suicidal. And then, let's take a look at the pasta, because I haven't looked at that yet either. Oh my god. Look at the freaking pasta. Skinny people, you can't tell me that this doesn't look good. I'm like, honestly... oh shit. I almost just threw the pasta off the table. So I guess let's get this mukbang bangin'. Basically on my Snapchat, I'm gonna also be looking at my Snapchat live too. On my Snapchat, I asked people, what would you like me to talk about on my mukbang? 3 people responded, 2 people I took ideas from. And 100 people have seen this. I posted this an hour ago. Come on, guys. I'll just delete it and my account. Alright, so the first one... Hold on. I'm gonna need a drink for this. I heard there was a joke on this box because the guy was laughing as he got up here. Because on my receipt, on the special delivery order, I said write a joke on the box, and the guy was laughing. I was like, so what's so funny? He was like, well, it's just that I think the chef was being snarky because he put my career on the box, and I started laughing, and whenever I tried to say goodbye, it came out like, oh, goodbye. So I need to find the joke. Oh, I found it! He literally wrote in the corner of this box, it's very small. Oh my god. I almost lost my pasta. I'll take a picture of it later and show y'all. But it literally says my career in pen on the box. It's the little things in life that make me happy, y'all. Like, our first topic is high school. So if y'all don't know this, I recently just moved into the whole high school stage and whatnot, and I'm a freshman. And the first week was okay. The second week, the third week, now week, kicked my booty. Because in middle school, they don't teach you how to study. They don't teach you how to, like, balance out your schedule and whatnot. They just kind of throw tests at you, and you get, like, easy A's on them, and then you pass. But, you know, move over to high school, and then you're just like, this was not what I was expecting. It's kind of like whenever you get a Tinder date, and, like, their profile's, like, it's, like, beautiful or, like, handsome person, and you're just like, oh, I can't wait to meet them. And then they you, like, meet at, like, a coffee shop or something, and they're actually, like, this 38-year-old, like, guy who's trying to act like he's 18, talks like, yeah, dude, yeah, and has, like, fat rolls, and looks like me, and probably is me, and I probably just catfished you. But yeah, like, that would be, like, yeah. So it definitely wasn't something I was expecting. It was definitely, like, very, intense. But, like, I've started to get, like, accustomed to it and whatnot, and, like, that was so good. That's probably the best meal I've had in, like, weeks. Because, for the past, like, 3 nights or so, I've had try practice, and I don't really have time to get, like, sufficient dinner. So, my dinners for the past couple of nights have consisted of Chick-fil-A, that's cold, or Panda Express that I don't eat because I don't have enough time, and then half the bowl is sitting there with chow mein and orange chicken in it. And I'm just stuffing it down my throat, and then I get on stage and I start hut. Another bad thing about these past couple of nights. So basically what happened is that, if you don't know, I am in show choir, and I think it was like Thursday? It was Thursday. And we had this move, I think it was like 1, 2, 3, something. So I went 1, 2, 3 and punched myself in the nose so hard that I started bleeding. So I had to run off the stage without telling anyone where I was going. And I remember having this huge debate in my class like a week ago, whether or not you should hold your nose up or down when you're having a nosebleed. I don't know which one works, so I'm running down the hall with my head like this, because I don't know which way to put it. I don't know whether to go down or up. So I run to the bathroom, and I'm still bleeding. And I'm like putting tissues and like all these paper towels, and like my hands are wet because I just washed. So like the towels are already soaked with water. So I'm basically stuffing water-soaked like paper towels up my nose, and it wouldn't stop bleeding. And it took me like 15 or so minutes to like stop bleeding. And I finally walked in, and someone was like, "Where have you been?" I was like, I may or may not have punched myself in the nose. Is that a sufficient answer? And it was just a truck. Cluster truck, basically. So yeah, that's basically how high school is going for me. I'm also in theater, and I love the theater program at Keller High School. We're just one giant group. It doesn't matter what school you went to in the past. Because we all kind of like mash together. We all kind of mukbang together, and we're all just one giant happy fat family. Except that I'm pretty sure I'm like the fattest kid in most of my theater classes. Which is good, because then everyone knows that I will beat them in an eating competition, and everyone should know that. So yeah, that's basically how high school's going. Other than that, it's well. I like my teachers, I like my classmates, you know. Some of them I don't like especially, but I'm not going to name any names. So our next topic is to talk about YouTube drama. I'm not in like the whole current events of YouTube drama. I'm probably like a week or so behind. I think the latest thing about the YouTube drama was the whole Jake Paul. No, it was Logan Paul. Whatever. One of the Paul people paid, I guess this pop trending kind of YouTube channel, and this is all a conspiracy theory, by the way, to slander Shane Dawson by calling him a pedophile. This all happened on the night of my sister was going back to Illinois to go and get her PhD in psychology. And all of a sudden my Twitter feed starts blowing up. And it says, new trending topic, Shane Dawson's over party. I'm like, oh god, is another blackface scandal? And I click on it, and it's all these people talking about, like, child rape and, like, the Hollywood, like, sex offender thing. And I'm like, whoa, what is going on? So I go into Shane's profile, and he has, like, 9 or 10 new tweets. And I'm like, oh my god, what just happened? Is he dead? So I go down and read the first tweet. And apparently there was a edited clip. Like, this was like a completely fake clip. Well, it wasn't fake, but it was taken out of context. And basically it was quote-unquote Shane Dawson admitting that he was a pedophile or something, and it had the dumbest title. It was like, Shane Dawson's a pedophile, parentheses, proof. And it was basically just this clip from 6 years ago from one of his podcasts when he was a shock tuber, because we have to understand that Shane Dawson has changed a lot in his content between 6 years and now. I mean, like, he used to just say, like, the most outrageous things to get views because no one was watching his videos, which was sad. But now people are actually watching his videos, so he's making the content he wants to. But back then, he had to make content that would just get him views. So he was a shock tuber, and I don't know what the exact words that were said. Something about, quote-unquote, looking up, like, naked baby pictures and, like, calling them cute. But, like, this was all, like, joking. Like, this, and, like, he even said that he was joking. But the way that this certain YouTube channel cut it out was that I cut out all the parts where it was, like, I'm joking, or I'm kidding, or I don't actually mean that, or, no, I don't support that at all, and whatnot. And basically, he didn't lose any subscribers, which thank God for that. It just shows how loyal, like, his actual fans are. But it did anger me seeing someone I looked up to being called this horrific word that didn't even apply to him. I mean, like, yes, what he said was a little bit, you know, outrageous, but he's 6 years ago, that he has to have changed, and he did. And then apparently that same channel took down that video, I guess to prevent being sued, or he knew he screwed up. And then he posted another like really weird video called Receipts, and apparently it was Logan Paul's manager, and like it was like a little like thing, like a PayPal transaction log. And it said Logan Paul's manager. It didn't say Logan Paul's manager, but whatever his name is. I'll think of it later. But basically it said that, like, $6,500 had been transferred to his PayPal account from Logan Paul's manager. Now, this was around the time that Logan Paul just uploaded a very controversial video, if we all remember that video. And does it make sense? Does it sound like that would be something that a very influential YouTuber would do to keep his views and everything? Yes, because he would want to direct the attention away from him and go slander another very popular and very successful YouTuber, which is Shane Dawson. Do we have proof? No, it could have easily been an expected element. But does it kind of make sense? Yes, but I don't want to believe in anything until I have like solid proof. I guess some more YouTube drama would just be YouTubers that I don't exactly like. Just because I find them annoying. I'm gonna get like attacked for saying these. Whatever, screw them. James Charles, I don't really like him. I just find him kind of annoying. I'm like, you know, that's like a completely different department of what he does compared to like what I do. But like, I just find him annoying and just, you know, I'm like, I don't really have like certain like facts or stuff for why I find him annoying. I just find him annoying, like just his whole like, I don't want to say flamboyancy because then there'll be homophobic comments in my YouTube video. But just like the whole, you know, hey sisters, pinkity drinkities, and just all that other stuff. Actually, I don't really like any of the beauty gurus of YouTube. I just find them all kind of annoying, especially considering they all have the same freaking logo. It's always some animated logo, sparkles, their animated character in makeup, and then a wink, and then it goes like, and guys, come on, get some originality. I mean, like, at least I just jump straight in my videos with me screaming. So that's kind of all the YouTube drama I have. I don't really have more than that. I don't really know what's going on in the whole, like, community. I haven't watched Clever News in a little bit. Ugh! That hurt. Oh, sorry. I have to... Next thing is kind of the last thing because, like, it's going to be a big, long thing. Don't do it, that's what she said thing. So next topic is kind of sad. Basically, I'm going to be talking about my past and why I act this way and why I act so out there and why I'm so... and why I have, like, depressing moments, and why I do make so many self-deprecating jokes, and why I do hate myself. So I guess we should start back where it all started. In 5th grade, I was called a word that I was not familiar with, and that word was gay. At the time, 5th grade me didn't know what that meant. But obviously, if I was being called it as an insult, it must have been bad. So I'd always be like, no, I'm not gay, but like, I didn't know what that meant at the time. So one night, I searched up, what does gay mean? And it meant a homosexual, one that likes the same sex. And I was like, oh my god, I don't, no. So I didn't, you know, I was like, I'm not that. I don't know why people are calling me that, but okay. And basically, it got to the point where people were actually starting to, like, bully me and make fun of me about it because apparently my sexuality has something to do about me as a human being. So that was a little bit weird. But basically, that kind of started what was happening. I was also starting to develop, you know, hormones and whatnot, and I was starting to become a little bit more aggressive and sad. But I don't know, I need to get this checked out. But basically, a lot of people that I've talked to have tried to say that I have clinical depression, but I don't want to say that I do until I, like, know that I do. All I know is that my hormones are really out of balance. I'm like, literally, it could be anything in the entire world. I'm like, we can't just blame hormonal imbalances on just depression. But basically, so the hormones and like being called gay, and then I also had some bullies who would bully me because of my weight or because of the way I acted. And then I was also in the show choir program because that's where I started show choir. No, wait, no, never mind. I didn't start Chocolair yet. It was because it wasn't available yet. But I was being bullied for it, and I was struggling with some eating disorders, which I still am, sadly. But basically, it kind of hurt me a little bit, and like I would cry a lot because of it. So jump to 6th grade, the gay comment and the bullying gets even worse. And by this point, I don't have my hair. It's completely shaved off. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up there. But basically, I didn't have any hair. My hair was completely shaved off. And I did not know how to wear certain clothes without showing my stomach because I didn't know fashion. I just knew that if I had a shirt on, I was fine. What am I doing? Okay, allow me to just... Okay. And I was getting bullied a lot more, and I was having eating issues, and that kind of was when I was depressed. That kind of built onto it. I mean, like, there's a bunch of other emotional issues as well, like going on at home, like just like with my brother and whatnot. Like, we didn't always agree on things, and like sometimes we would get a little bit too rough. Well, he would get a little bit too rough with me, but whatever. And that's kind of where I started, and then I started middle school, and I made Infinity Show Choir. And I had a bunch of cool people in it. I made a bunch of friends with 8th graders and 7th graders and whatnot. And I was with all my other friends, so it was chill. But there was a slight problem. I was dealing with some, let's quote-unquote say identity issues. I don't really know who I was or what I liked specifically, and like I was just struggling with a lot of things. And like right now, this being very open, but I didn't know what I liked or what I didn't like and whatnot. So yeah, and I had a few instances where it was very bad. Still had shaved hair, still had the eating issue. It basically got to a point. Oh, by the way, I also had to mention this. I started self-harming in 6th grade and 7th grade. So in 7th grade, I would wear this. If you knew me in 7th grade, you knew that I would wear this black heavy coat all the time, and like I would never take it off either. So yeah, I was self-harming, and all that. I don't do the whole slit wrist thing because I didn't like blood. So instead I would take a blunt pen and I would think every single detail or bad thing or whatever that was in my life. And it was a very emotional time for me. I was not Stop. What are you doing? It was just a really emotional time for me. And I would never take off the jacket, and like I had shaved hair still, and I would always wear this, and I would never show my shoulders, which is why I still hate tank tops. But that's, the whole identity issues and whatnot. And like I had some people who really helped me during that, and like just supported me no matter what, and just loved me. And like I lost a few people because I told them that I was struggling with some issues, but that's fine. And I had some really cool people help me with it, so that's good. So then, 8th grade rolls around, and listen, I had just gotten over the whole depression and like hating myself. Well, I still hated myself, but I didn't let that show in public. So I became this kind of like person. I became basically a popular kid without the popular aspect. Like, I acted like a total bitch and whatnot. I'd be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And, like, I was rude to everyone. And I was just rude to everyone. And, like, I didn't really care what people said about me. I'd be like, oh, whatever. F you, man. And then I'd, do my own thing still. And I lost a boatload of people because of that. I'm not happy about what I did in 8th grade. A lot of problems came out of that, and like I lost 2 of my really good best friends because of 8th grade. I almost lost Umbria, which was in my cake video, how many ever months ago it was, because of that. I almost got stabbed at school because of it, like actually stabbed like a knife, because I hate myself for this. I called some kid autistic because they kept trying to like attack me and whatnot, and I'm not very happy about that, and I completely regret it. But I can't really change my past, so all I can do is just change the future. And I just acted like this complete asshole to everyone, and I feel really bad about talking about it right now, because I'm still dealing with some of those issues today with people and just losing friends and whatnot, but it's whatever. With every closed door opens a new door, so. And then now it's this year, and I've found out a way to mellow out my quirky sarcasticness with my actual, like, caring, compassionate self. There's just one problem, it's just that because I was such an a-hole last year, now I'm very caring and very compassionate and very open with people, almost to the point where I'll literally meet someone the same day and open up to them my entire life story. I'll give them like a book of just my entire life story. And that kind of pushes people away, because I guess some people don't like people who tell the truth or are very open with themselves. They'd rather have just very closed-minded, non-sharing people, but whatever, I'm like, to each their own. And then, you know, just like basically, you know, I want to tell you right now, guys, if you're going through depression, or if you're just going through a really hard time in life right now, I want you to know that if you ever need to talk to someone, I'm always here to talk. I will link my social media down below, and you can DM me or text me if you just need to talk, and I will listen. I will offer advice if you want it. If not, I will continue to listen, and I will support you, because I know how bad it feels whenever you feel like you're stuck in like a place and you don't feel like you'll ever get out of it, because you're just so sad and you're just so depressed because you have nothing, and you basically feel like you have nothing. It basically feels like you have no hope left, and it basically feels like you have no hope left, and I know how that feels to be in that situation, and I've had friends who have tried to commit suicide or have attempted and successfully have done suicide, and I don't want that to be something that continues to happen in my life. So if you do need help, talk to me, talk to Suicide Hotline, just talk to someone who you trust and who will listen to you and who will care for you. Because if you don't, then you're just trapping it inside your body and you're not letting it out, and that's basically poison. I got way too emotional. I'm sorry, this happens sometimes. But just seriously take my advice, because it helps. I started talking to a counselor. I talk to my counselor every week, and I love her. And she always listens, and last time I talked to her, we had Chinese food, we had Panda Express. And I just love her, because she's helped me so much. She's helped me with my college recommendations, she's helped me with my college applications, she's helped me with all my issues. She's literally been there for me since 5th grade, helping my issues. Shows she knows what I've been through, who I've came from. I would also advise, if you don't want to talk to anyone or do anything, the way I found how to actually enjoy life again was through singing and comedy and YouTube and dancing and eating. I would not suggest going down the eating path, because once you get to like a stage, there's like no return, and like you can't go back. I like how I said that, and I started to piece my mouth. Find a passion. Join the school club. Join the band, the choir, the theater, the art, the whatever. Join the mathematics club. Honestly, if you find something that you love and that you want to continue doing because you love it so much, then you need to do that. Because if you don't do that, and if you don't find your happiness, then you'll never get better. And that's just the truth. That's not like me just being like, oh, dramatic and whatnot, buy my merch. No, that's me actually being serious, because before I had choir and show choir and dancing and theater and all my friends and whatnot, I actually had nothing, and that's why I got into such a deep void of depression, was because I didn't have anything to look forward to. There wasn't a, oh, I can't wait for tomorrow, or tomorrow's gonna be such a good day, or whatnot. It was just a, well, another day, and I finally get to die one day. And that's not like me being funny, that's me being truthful. Like that was like actual 6th grade me. And, well, sometimes I do make self-deprecating jokes about myself, and I am very self-conscious. I will wear a shirt when I'm swimming. I hate getting naked for the shower. I don't even look at myself. I just take soap, plop it on my whale-sized body, spin around in the water, walk out, and leave. And that is just what it's been like. And like, even if I was skinny and 100 pounds lighter, I still would hate my body, because I don't see anything good about my body. But that's me. And like, when people say that, like, oh, Michael, you're not fat, or like, oh, Michael, you're actually like attractive, and like, that doesn't matter, because if I don't see myself being attractive or skinny or whatnot, then I don't see what the point is to call me that, because that doesn't help. That just makes me more self-conscious, because whenever people point out something good about myself, like, I think my best feature about me is like my teeth and whatnot, or my eyes, because I love my eye color. People will say like, oh, Michael, your teeth are so white, or like, oh, Michael, I love your eyes, they're so pretty. But I'll be like, fine with that. But if anyone else compliments anything, like, oh, Michael, your thighs, or oh, Michael, your calves, or whatever muscle this is, or your skin, or whatnot, then like, I will be super self-conscious about that, because now someone's pointed out, and now I know, oh my god, I have to make that perfect so that they don't, like, attack me next time. And that's just the way it's been for the past like 4 years now. And is what I'm doing healthy? No. But YouTube has been a way for me to express my opinions and have people listen to it or not listen to it. I don't care. But that's basically how it's been, and that's my past. But I have gotten help. I've gotten a lot of supportive friends who love me, and they love me for who I am, and they're not going to try and change me in any way. They just want me to be happy. I've made so many upperclassmen friends, and I love all of them dearly. And just, guys, there's always a tomorrow, and like, there's always going to be a new day. No matter what your tunnel vision says, there's always going to be a new day. And it might not be tomorrow, might not be next week, might not be next month, it might not even be next year. It might take years, because that's what it did for me. And instead of picking up the gun, or the knife, or the pills, I picked up a mic. And I sang my heart out. And I picked up a camera. And I did vlogs. And I picked up a script. And I acted, because that's what I love to do. This is getting really depressing. I hate myself. No, you know what? I'm going to stop saying I hate myself. Because that doesn't help anything. And that just makes me feel worse. So guys, I'm going to make myself better in 2018. I'm going to improve my mental health. I'm going to hopefully try to improve my physical health. And most of all, I'm going to improve my emotional health. So yeah, that was basically my really sad, depressing one slice of pizza mukbang. Like I said, guys, I'm going to link my stuff down in the description. So if you need anyone to talk to, I'm always here and whatnot. So yeah, that was my mukbang. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully we'll be whenever. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Mwah!